Hey guys, Jason the X with Super Cool Nerd Show, and I have the pleasure of talking with Miko from Lifeslide. Now, we showed this trailer on the live show, and everyone was like, that looks like an interesting game. Now, granted, guys, we're not at E3 this year, but we're still putting in that work. But Miko, thank you for joining us on this for this interview.
Hello, and thank you for having me.
We're excited. Core and I were looking at your game, and we were like, this looks like a nice, relaxing game that I could get into. It's called Lifeslide. We did play a little. We did play the trailer of it, but in your own words, tell me, what is Lifeslide?
Honestly, I'm still having trouble describing Lifeslide after all these years of development, but I would say that it's an atmospheric experience. It's a paper plane adventure that's also an atmospheric experience. It's a journey through life. It's symbolic. It's metaphoric. It has this very specific feel to it that kind of came from deep inside, and this was something I wanted to express, and kind of this is what we have been going for
I
so
got to tell
far.
you, I made a lot of paper airplanes as a kid, and of course, we all had our different designs and what could fly farther. So instantly, I was intrigued by this. But besides just, it almost looks like Glide Simulator, but also you talked about you want this to be more of an experience. There's no text in the game, but there is some
Yes.
beautiful music in the game, which we're going to be touching on a little bit later. But you keep saying it's a journey through life, and I remember seeing that on the description of the game. I'm eager to play the game, but elaborate. How are we going through life with this?
Yeah, okay, so basically life has to everybody life has different meaning, and so I don't want to impose any specific meaning. It's basically a set of experiences that are made to reflect certain stages of life. Like, for example, in the beginning of the game, you start out with nothing, then slowly color appears, then uh, tree samplings, then the trees get bigger and bigger, and kind of the world evolves around you, just like life.
Oh, okay. Well, now you've really
Yeah.
got me interested in this. So, of course, so we're getting about 20. You said it was 26 stages of this game, huh? 28 stages.
28.
I'm sorry, I have my notes over here. I
Yeah.
apparently can't read an 8 and a 6. But so it just seems like one of these games that I'm going to play, but I'm going to be relaxed. I love all types of games. RPGs. I love Doom. I love Final Fantasy. But this is more of a nice, relaxing, just chill game to play. Is that what you were going for with this? Because you certainly accomplished
Well, it has some challenge actually, because it has a very specific flight system that you have to kind of understand in order to get this relaxing vibe to it. So if you are not following the flight feedback, then you might find yourself kind of struggling to keep in flight, and you might find yourself halting, crashing into stuff, losing time, losing lift. But once you get the hang of it, then it becomes very relaxing and satisfying. What we were aiming for was to create a very smooth experience, unlike the sharp graphics. And yeah, it was. We always aimed it to be smooth, chill, but also kind of exciting. So there is this blend. At least that's what we tried to do. I'm not sure if we succeeded, but we tried to blend exciting and relaxing, and kind of find something in the
it. I
middle.
think you certainly established a lot with it. But tell me about, you said this has been a long, how many years of development have we been talking about for this game?
Yeah, so initial development started in mid 2016, so it's almost 5 years
Oh,
now.
wow. Okay, so this is the fruits of your labor, because this game is going to be coming out on Steam in August, correct? Ooh,
Yes,
nice.
August 6th.
I can't wait to actually stream a little bit of this. So, one thing that really struck out to me just from the trailer is the music. I love the music in the trailer. Can you tell me something about the composing process? I'm seeing that we're going to be having different types of tracks, electronic, rock, and orchestral elements. Which, all right, I'm in for that. Any chance we're maybe going to get this in a separate CD? I'm depending on how much I like it, I might want a separate CD of
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, we are planning to release the
Ah,
soundtrack separately. So definitely, yeah, we're gonna have the soundtrack. We are going to extend it. We are also adding some stuff to the game as we speak because the content right now is not 100% complete. So there is going to be a little bit more music when the game comes out. So the soundtrack, yeah. So music is has been really important to me. And when we started working on Lifeslide, I was like, yeah, I want to have very nice music, and I want to be very specific, catering to this exact experience. And so I started working with our composer Alexander Kostov, who is very talented. He's very good at composing, orchestrating, doing stuff like that, and he's super creative and also super patient. That's really important because with me, that's very important. And basically, from the start, I started kind of swamping with all sorts of text files with links to songs and uh, beside the link I would put the different times from the song and I would say at this time I like this element, at this time I like this and yeah, I kind of dissected different songs and asked him to kind of take the things I like about these things about these tracks and kind of build the soundtrack from there. And for the main theme of the game, which is also in the trailer, this is something that I actually got FL Studio and I kind of composed the bass melody for that, and then I gave it to Alex, and Alex took it and made it
well, you
awesome.
certain. All right, so I got the promise of some good music, but one thing when I was growing up and we were making paper airplanes was that mine were always better than everybody else's. So I'm just saying, I made the best paper airplanes, and I'm willing to replicate some of those designs and put them up against yours in the game to actually do some physical testing on on which planes
Okay.
work the best. So I have to ask, did you actually make the airplanes, and did y'all do any rigorous testing on how which folded airplanes were better than the other? I
Honestly,
know.
we did do some folding, but it's not based strictly on how things perform in the real world. So we kind of we did
Okay.
some tests, and actually actually I think all of the paper plane models in the game are actually real paper plane models. You can see them and you can fold them, but they don't perform one to one with the
I'm
real
pretty
world.
sure we
It's
couldn't
just
get it to fly the same distance in the game and everything, but I have my
yeah.
own patented design of airplane. I'm willing to loan to you. Should you release some DLC for the game or something, and you need some better design? Because I know my paper airplanes are the best. I'll go on record to say that all over
Sounds
the internet.
nice.
Mine are the best. I'm fairly certain of it. So I wanted to ask. We were joking
Awesome.
around about that, and I said I was going to ask that during the interview. Watch me.
We could have at some point we could have like a paper plane folding contest, and then
Oh,
whoever's paper plane makes it the furthest, we can just include
y'all
it in the
heard it
game or
right there.
something like
This
that. Yeah.
the gauntlet has been thrown
Really,
down.
yeah, it really
Team
depends on.
SCNS
Yeah.
versus Team Lifeslide.
Yeah, and yeah, we're building a community, so why not? At some point, we
Well,
might
I
be able
gotta
to
tell
do
you,
that.
just from the initial response that we got from the game. Okay, so this game. It will be coming out on PC, on Steam for now. Are there any
Yeah,
plans to possibly expand
yeah.
into any other consoles? Yes.
Yes, we want to go on Switch, and we are actually halfway there. We already have ported the game over to the Switch. There are some performance issues and some graphical glitches, but all in all, it works pretty well. I was excited that it wasn't worse. So things are going well there, and I'm expecting a Switch release Q1 next year. But let's just say
I'm not
Q1.
going to hold you to
But
any promises right
yeah,
now.
not no
I got to
promises
say,
made.
as
Yeah,
as a
yeah.
father, though, I am always looking for games I think my children would enjoy, and I think not only them,
Yeah.
I am going to play this game. This is my kind of jam that I like to play, and just kind of still
Awesome.
challenging, like you said, but it relaxes me, and also I want to hear some of this awesome music, and I'll be testing my airplanes up against yours and saying, yeah, his don't go as far as mine do. So Mine are the best. But so we're planning for an August release.
Yeah.
Any plans after this
Hmm.
though? Are we going to see like DLC, Lifeslide 2, more paper airplane designs?
it really it really honestly depends on how the game does when it releases, but we do have plans for some stuff that is really exciting. For example, we have plans for network multiplayer
Oh,
racing. Yeah, and the mechanics of the game are, they allow for that. They are simple, but they can go really in depth. So there is a lot to master once you get into it. So we've been doing some tests for that, and because the game is also out on Apple Arcade, we are also pushing an update there with multiplayer. But the multiplayer is not going to make it for the PC version. It's a little bit complicated, and we've been testing multiplayer, and it's really fun actually. The whole studio plays, and we've been having a lot of fun with it. So this is, we know it's fun to play. We want to work for that, and depending on how the game does, yeah, Lifeside is probably gonna see a multiplayer update. And then for DLCs, I'm super open to that. I see how we can create other story modes where, through different perspectives of different cultures, for example, or different vibes or different aspects of life, or yeah, whatever, we can expand that, but it really depends on how the game does.
well, I'm going to be playing it, and please keep me in the loop about any changes or anything. Guys, look for that as soon as it's in my hot hands. I'm probably going to be streaming it on our Twitch channel. But Miko, thank you for joining me today. I loved hearing about Lifeslide. I can't wait to actually play this game, and I hope it does well, guys. August, get it on Steam. Look for the announcements here. Of course, we'll be mirroring any announcements you make on the game on our channel as well. No, thank you
Thank
for
you so
talking with
much.
me. And guys, keep on nerding. Let's enjoy some more E3 coverage.